Light snow provided a picturesque backdrop as several families scoured the Rustic Pines Tree Farm near Keister, Minnesota, in search of the perfect Christmas tree. The 3.5-acre farm was a long-time dream for Keith Reinhardt. In the early 1990s, he and his wife Carol made that dream a reality.
Growing up an outdoorsman, hunting, fishing, hunting for mushrooms, things like that, I just had an appreciation for the outdoors and all the wildlife that's associated with it. So, I just always decided I wanted to have a Christmas tree farm. Had that dream for many years. So we actually bought this property in the fall of '91, and we planted our first trees in the spring of '93. We moved on to the site in '92, and my wife and I got married that year, and so we planted our first trees in the spring of '93.
Unlike most Minnesota crops, Christmas trees can take years to grow to a harvestable size. There's a lot of work pruning and caring for the trees from the time they're a seedling until they grace someone's home as a fresh-cut Christmas tree.
If we plant a 3 or 4-year-old transplant, so it's about 12 to 18 inches tall, pine trees we can get to market in about 5-6 years, 5 to 7. Spruce trees take a little bit longer than that. They're probably like 7 or 8 years on an average spruce. They're different varieties, so they grow at different rates. When we get to fir trees, the balsams grow fast like a pine. So we can get a balsam to market in about 6-7 years as well. But Fraser firs and Canaan firs, which is a cross between a Fraser and a balsam, very slow growing. It takes us 12, sometimes 14 years to get a tree into that 7-foot range.
Reinhardt says choosing the right Christmas tree can be a very personal experience. He says customers sometimes spend hours in search of just the right tree. For the Reinhardts, much of their enjoyment comes from seeing families come back year after year.
Well, we stress a family experience here. So we want you to bring grandma and grandpa and bring the kids, the grandkids. And we oftentimes have groups of 3, sometimes 4 vehicles full of people coming together. And that's the fun part. And we're normally too busy to be out there with them unless they have questions or things like that. But we can hear them. And a lot of times there's snowball fights going on out there if we have snow on the ground, and there's hooping and hollering and just fun family experience. And that's the rewarding part for us, is to see the families coming back year after year, watching their kids grow. And we've been doing this long enough, we're actually into a 3rd generation now.
Reinhardt says there are getting to be fewer Christmas tree farms in the region. As a result, demand has been so high this year that most tree farms, including Rustic Pines, are now closed for the season. The 3 weekends following Thanksgiving are typically the busiest for choose and cut farms.
There you go.
This is Ketelsen reporting.